it's good to be proactive. So I'm thinking if the weather is really going to deter me, because the weather should never be a deterrent to us walking. We should never allow that. Hi. Let me adjust this. Okay. Hello. Yes, we are here again. Today is day 26. Yippee! So I've said I'm going to be mentioning the days now. We're going to celebrate the days as they come. So day 26, we have come into another phase of this challenge. Is the second quarter of the challenge. And I said yesterday that we are going to take a little break from what we normally do, the discussions, the sharing of thoughts that we normally do, to just address some of the challenges that we've been facing, that I've been facing. I would say mine, you can say yours in the description, in the comment section, sorry. You can tell us about the challenges you'll be having. So we just want to address the challenges that we'll be having in this 100 days, 1 hour a day walk, or if you only do 1 hour a day, fill in this space, So we're going to address the challenges. So that's what I've been doing since yesterday. And if you didn't have time to hang out with us yesterday, you can still catch up with the video. I'm going to put the link in the description box below. So today we're going to continue with that. I talked about 2 challenges yesterday. And if you want to know what those are, you can check it out, and maybe you have any advice for me, how I can overcome all the challenges I talked about. I'm very, very happy to hear you out. And today I want to address 2. The first one is monotony of the path that I'm always walking through. If you've been following me, you see that sometimes I do walk around the block, my neighborhood, so you see a difference in. But sometimes, 1 or 2 times I've walked in the park. Yeah, I think so. And but most of the time, since I discovered this path, this is the one I've been using most of the time. And though it won't be monotonous to me though, because most of the time, once I finish talking to you, I just listen to music, maybe listen to some messages, the word, the podcast, or I just meditate. I kind of keep myself busy, so it's not really, and my focus is not really on the environment per se, right? But I'm just thinking, in terms of you watching, I'm always showing you the same place all the time. And also maybe some people, everybody is not the same. Some people might be easily bored, right? They might be easily bored with going the same route every time. So to overcome that challenge, what I've done is to try and change things out, change things up a bit. Sometimes I try to walk here, sometimes I walk in the neighborhood, sometimes I walk in the park. Those are the 3 main places now. And as we go on, I hope to find maybe other places where I can walk, just to make the whole thing more interesting. So this has been a challenge. If you know any other way or any other place where one can walk that will be more interesting, let us know in the comment section. So the second challenge that I've faced so far is the weather. Yes, so a lot of times there have been forecasts for rain, and I would have to change my timing, switch up my itinerary or something like that, just to accommodate the walking time. So yes, that's been a little bit of challenge, though it's not so much of a challenge right now because the rains have not really come full blown. But I'm envisaging that when the rains will really come, full blown rain, and maybe there's no way of switching things around, and I will just have to walk at that particular time, I'm thinking maybe I'll walk indoors. I've talked about walking indoors before. I personally don't like it. I like the outdoors, but if I don't have any choice, then I'll have to do it. And I'm sure you'll be wondering, can you really walk indoors? Yes, you can. I know people that walk indoors, like my mom. She normally walks indoors, and she endeavors to do 30 minutes every day. Hi, mom, if you are watching. Yes, so it's possible. At least from her own experience, I know that it's possible. Again, I've also talked about walking on the treadmill. Personally, I don't have a treadmill right now, but if you have, you can do that. I'm not going to go and invest in the treadmill right now because of that, because I prefer, like I said, to walk outdoors. But if you have a treadmill and you don't mind walking on the treadmill, that's another option. So far you make your 1 hour, that's all that counts. Or the number of minutes or hours that you want to achieve. Another thing that we can use to overcome the weather, I'm thinking, which I would also do, I'm planning to do, because it's good to think ahead, right? It's good to be proactive. So I'm thinking, if the weather is really going to deter me, because the weather should never be a deterrent to us walking. We should never allow that. So I'm thinking I could walk in the mall. The malls are covered, is indoors. And when you walk up and down, by the time some big malls, by the time you walk like 3 or 4 times up and down, you've already made up your 1 hour. But if you don't have a mall around your house, then these other options are options that you could take. So those are the 2 challenges that I want to discuss today that I have faced so far, and how I've overcome them, or how I'm trying to overcome them, or how I hope to overcome them in the future when I really have to. So those are the 2 challenges that I've faced, well, plus the 2 of yesterday. I still have other challenges that I'm facing, but I'm not going to say everything. I just wanted us to take a break so that we can address these things and come off those other points that we've been talking about. So another thing is, tomorrow I'm going to also be talking about things I've learned, because it's not just challenges. So far, I've learned a lot just from these 26 days of walking. I've learned a lot, but I'm just going to highlight a few of them, things that I've learned during this period. And if you have any challenge that you want to share with us, please feel free to do so and tell us how you've overcome these challenges. With that being said, today's one is a very short one. I'm going to quicken my steps, and I'll see you when I'm done. I'm back. So that's what we did today. I walked a bit further today because, talking about finding new paths, I kind of walked ahead of where I normally walk, because normally I would walk about 30 to 32 minutes and then turn back. But that path still goes on. So today I decided, let me just see what is beyond this place. Maybe I can walk to another different place. But I kept walking, and the path did not finish. I didn't see the end. So maybe I'll explore that another time. So that's why I could have still continued going, but I have some deadlines I need to meet tonight, so I had to come back. And besides, it's already getting late. It's like past 7. It's 7:19 right now. So yeah, today we've talked about the challenges that I have encountered in this walk so far, and also talking about monotony. I decided to film somewhere different, another part of the house today at the end. Let me change the scene from where I normally film in the when I end the video. So yeah, to change things around. So I was thinking, as I was also coming, about the weather. That is something that many people use as excuse not to walk. It should not be a deterrent to us walking. I know that I use the rain because now it's spring, so I'm encountering rain. But there are different kinds of weather. It could be hot, it could be sunny, it could be very cold. So whatever the weather is, there's always a way around it. I remember I've lived in Saudi Arabia before, and I've walked in extremely hot temperatures. You won't believe temperatures there. I've walked. You just have to find ways. Number one, be determined, and number two, apply wisdom. Like, I've also walked in sub-zero temperatures before. You also just have to apply wisdom and be determined. Like when I walked in Saudi that time, all you need, some of the things I did, I would, of course, be very well hydrated. Also I try and find parts where I can walk under the trees. I try and look at maybe the less hot, relatively less hot times of the day. There's always a way around it. And then when I walked in sub-zero, I've walked in sub-zero before, I'll just have to dress well. Like, there's a saying in the Netherlands. I've lived in the Netherlands before as well. And there's a saying there. They said there is no bad weather, there's only bad dressing. My Netherlands people, I think you can relate. So then when we used to walk in the cold, we would dress up very well. It's possible. We just have to be determined. So whatever challenge we face, like I said, there's nothing that we want to do in life that we will not face challenges in. So we have to be willing to overcome it, and then we'll be on our pathway to success. Yeah, I hope this video is interesting because it's getting a bit dark. So I'll see you tomorrow.